Hi, come on in if you'd like to have a seat and see what Spirit may share in regards to symbolic support today. I'm going to drop some sepia ink, some spiritual sepia. And as well, I'm going to add on like a ghost voice box. So if you hear any random shouting out words, that's what it will be. All right, we'll use this ink blot to ignite our meditative state to receive. All right, let's see what's going on. When you're ready. Okay. If you want to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes for symbols that speak, give me one moment. Okay, sorry, I just had to make sure the volume was turned up. So let's utilize our ink blot here and gaze to gain, and any messages from spirits will randomly be shout out, so maybe it'll pertain. Thank you for holding space and joining me in this experiment exploration. Well, it looks like there's a wee one coming through. This ink blot is very, very wet, so I may not be able to share it as much. It's like this little being, and I only say they're small. They could be like a baby or a toddler coming through. And they're doing this. Lady came through. There's heads connected into spirit through the back of the head. I don't know if there are lots of birds too. I don't know if they're crows or doves or ducks. If those symbols mean anything to anyone when you're seeing them, like could even be like butterflies or Canadian. I'm seeing a Canadian goose in there as well. I think there's one Canadian goose. This wee one and spirits like giving the hug, and I'm seeing like I don't know if something with the legs. Something with the legs. Let's see what else we have here.
Home.
They're crawling, so they're a very young crawling stage. Maybe that's what the leg. Oh, maybe they were burnt. I feel like they crawl.
Watching.
They crawl around you.
Computer.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Sorry if I'm all invested down here, trying to receive the message while not being completely distracted by the audio.
Hang.
The spirit. Looks like in a different set of the spirit message, the parents of this babe like really, really watched over.
None.
Okay, so what it's actually showing me is this wee one in spirit is being watched over as he or she, it kind of like crawls back and forth towards you for solace and care and cuddles. They have two very, very prominent guardians. Very prominent guardians.
Play with me.
And they want to play with you. There is somebody. I feel like that they're having dreams. It's a male. They're wearing a top hat.
Lower.
No, it's not a top hat. It's a hat with a brim, anyway. And I feel like they dream a lot, or they feel like they're carrying, I'm seeing an armadillo on their back with that hard shell. I think armadillos have the hard shell.
Stop it.
And it feels heavy. Something on their back. I don't know if it's like a guilt or maybe it's just simply grief in this prominent male aspect. And I don't know if these are attached or if they're coming in and around. Okay, so I'm seeing, I believe I'm with this babe that's crawling. I'm at the grave site. And there's a mother goose there. Yeah, mother goose. And when the mother's there, there is, I don't know exactly what this is, but it's like there's, I don't know if it works in service with the mother or is an attachment that is aware that it's there.
Silly.
And maybe you can resonate with that. Give me a moment.
Father.
Maybe it is. It could be the father. But their energy is different than the mother goose. Okay, so I'm seeing it as a dragon. So this mother goose is at the grave. And then there's this other creature. Because I wasn't sure if it was an entity or an energy. But it's a dragon. And it could be indicative
Strange.
of the parents visiting the site from different perspectives. But the dragon or the dad or the other parent is very protective over the mother goose as well for what's being felt.
How are you?
The focus is on how is the mother goose. What if I travel up
Burnt.
to the other man? Maybe there's a fire. Burns come through a few times. Maybe there was a fire. There is a lot of smoke. I'm going to add on some tarot into Oracle if you don't mind. And I'm going to continue to explore. I'm also seeing a bunch of, like if you were outside and sometimes
Rituals.
a bunch of small bugs, like they're not mosquitoes, I don't know what they are. They kind of hover above bushes or something, like kind of walk through a bunch of bugs. It could be mosquitoes, but that's what it's feeling like. This is above this green. Albert just came through. If that name resonates, this could be the male spirit or the dad. And hopefully you can hear that. Sorry. I woke up and I sat down. So this is morning me. Okay, they're exchanging in this bug huddle. I don't know if they're exchanging information or something like that. Adventures coming through. And that's where those birds and the Canadian goose was. Okay, when a bunch of little things make up a bigger thing, right? So a bunch of spirits can move in a bigger huddle. Again, I'm seeing the birds, and when they're flocking or going wherever they're going, they go in a group. This is where I feel like this babe is with, as they have these prominent guardians. Like I'm hearing soul tribe, or like soul family, adventure, oops, empathy, and resolution. Oh, they're learning. It's like a school of fish, a gaggle of geese. They're learning. They're there at the grave when you go, but they don't stay there. It's like they visit you when you visit them. Okay, I'm going to flip it to when it... I feel like there's a closing out message there that wants to be said. I'm learning, I'm growing. I really want to cry. I'm learning, I'm growing, but I'm having adventures. And I'm aware of you.
Am I a ghost?
Yes. Just simply in a different existence expression. I'm aware of you. But they're learning, they're growing, and they visit. They feel very well taken care of and feel very loved. Very loved. But they're studying and growing, like they're in what I would call like a ghost school again, as they're reunited with this soul family. And you, still being incarnate, are part of that family. But it's just like if the babe was learning how to crawl, and then you would learn and teach them how to learn the language, right? As we're here. And it's almost as if like the same thing is happening over on the other side. They're learning how to play, learning how to talk, learning how to communicate, not only with other of those in non-earthly, but now also to you. So they're very, very aware of you. And they visit with you. And they lean. Like they just... They lean up against your chest. Almost like they can hear your heartbeat. I feel like if you ever need to remember that or feel that, it's like tapping the high heart or right in your heartbeat to feel like a heartbeat to heartbeat.
Why did you come?
Hopefully that message helps somebody. I'm gonna cleanse out here and move through scrying on the other side. Other side, yes. Thank you. Knock. I'm gonna knock on your door, ring all the bells, tap on your window too. If you don't come out tonight, then the moon is
Monster.
bright. I'm gonna knock and ring and tap until you do. Is that what I'm seeing? It doesn't look like a monster. I can see how it could easily be perceived as that, but it's not. So, sorry, shifting gears here. They're talking as their speech coming out here. There's also, like, from the crown their speech coming out here. Something's very loyal. There's something about the crown or the third eye space, because it's like they meet. You know, like there's the heart and the high heart, and then the third eye and the crown. It's like there's a crown eye.
Alien.
Yes. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing, but I was hesitating to say down here. Like, and I was watching the movie Men in Black 2, and there's like the two, anyway. And they're communicating. There's something very loyal about this. They almost look like a Santa elf, but like the hat part comes out from here. Anyway, okay, we'll move on here. That was interesting. Grief. Oh, does your grief, maybe grief feels like alien? It just feels like out of this world. These two parts. Injustice. Fear. I'm going to put those off to the side as I chaos and the journey. Okay, so I feel like I'm switching gears in this story. Switching gears, but of course on the same line of grief and fear. Like, see how there is like the mystic or someone along that lines behind this child. I think it's a child. It's fine, it's not the point. I'm being asked to see the entity. If there's an injustice done somewhere. Oh, and see how like that light there, like it's in the head and the third eye. And then there's things coming out. Right? Yes, okay.
Is this yours?
This chaos and fear. I feel like I'm in a grief that feels unfair. Feels very, very unfair. Almost as if I'm being controlled by it. And I'm seeing when I come back to the Inkblot, is it dry enough that I can maneuver it? So I am like see if I can do this. Okay, see here. And then down here, there's this little wee thing. So I'm seeing from this perspective here now, maybe like a mountain, and then a person like floating. And it's bringing me back into that like alien abduction kind of feel. But really what I'm hearing is like maybe somebody's missing. Maybe somebody went missing. And this is driving you crazy. Driving you crazy. Of course, because it's a void. It creates a whole other entity to maneuver in grief. I don't even know that I can go there. But there's so many thoughts. And I'm back to like here, and I'm like looking, talking and looking. I'm looking. Okay, almost like chaotically cold and hot. Like I don't know if it's like a cold case or something, or it's gone cold. The trail has gone cold. Something about this journey. Yeah, there's those mountain things. So if somebody, the mountains in there, mountains up there, went missing, like in a forest maybe, or like hiking.
Leave.
I think they have passed. Well, blatantly somebody stepping forward that has passed. I don't know if they were abducted by aliens or that's just the symbol that's coming through that they're missing.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I don't know. But they tried to like send through your psychic connection, but there was so much going on around them.
Do you want to play?
Because I'm just seeing like a lot of float. Yeah, they were floating. There was just so much stimuli that they couldn't focus on what was happening. I don't think it was intended for them to pass. And the way that they did, like if they hurt themselves or something along that lines.
Healing.
Okay, so I'm back into the heart space here, and thank you for that.
Empty. Kneel.
It almost feels unbelievable. It almost feels unbelievable. I'm seeing is that a tiger? A tiger or a lion? Maybe they were attacked by some sort of feline and they just like disappeared, so it feels like they're missing. And I feel like they started a fire somewhere to like send a smoke signal up or like something like to indicate like here I am. But this landscape is very, very dense, or at least it's feeling more dense when I'm among it. So I'm seeing the heart. Okay. If they potentially like hurt themselves or something like that and came across an animal, that attacked them, and the floating up, I'm seeing from like they're floating up to spirit. So if this resonates in some way, shape, or form, it could be to help ease your mind. I feel like that's why they're stepping forward to say to ease your mind. The case hasn't gone cold. It's complete. It's complete. Temperance. I feel it might have been like on the news or something like that.
Love.
The world, yeah.
What year is it?
2022.
How?
Just this. Yeah, they were on. I feel like the parents, newspapers as well. Like there might have been signs that they were almost found, but it's almost like in this very moment, I'm feeling like a release. There would be something in the garden that you've planted for hope that they would be found. And I feel like right now, there's a potential someone's receiving the message that they have returned to spirit, and it can close out this cold case that was made these
a long time ago.
Parents feel very disconnected from the world, like very obviously very angry, like It's like I'm burning brush. Like I'm willing to burn all the
Don't
brush.
leave.
Do we have any closing out messages here? And maybe this did happen a long time ago. Look at my hair, my goodness. Do we have any closing out messages here?
Undecided.
Yeah, always undecided. That's not the right deck? Okay. Thank you. Anything else standing out before?
Monster.
That's what that
Wounded.
tiger is. Yeah, that's what that tiger was. They were wounded. That hiker or person in some sort of landscape that was missing was wounded. Much nicer words than I could come up with, because the feeling is
Closet.
very overwhelming. Yeah, my closet. The person got wounded,
Close.
and then a monster, like a tiger. Could be like a mountain lion. Like, I keep saying tiger because I'm seeing Tony the tiger, and I'm seeing
What
it,
happened to me?
but it's like a mountain lion. Okay, do we need to help going to the light? Is this what's happening? Do you require some support? Oh, that was a lot.
Real.
Okay.
Car. Seance.
So we have strength here. It's almost
Blessed.
yes, you are very, very blessed in the strength that you have moved on. Maybe like bones will be found at some point in time. Sweetness and synergy. The light after the darkness. And eternal love. So I feel like this is a combined message for not only potentially the parents of this person, but also for the soul that was wounded and met a mountain lion or tiger or bear. They are very sweet in their sentiment, understand in this unknown, because they weren't expecting it, and I think that came up. You're welcome to head to the light, love. You're welcome to head to the light.
Rituals.
The light after the darkness. And this is kind of like that floating feeling when I was seeing the abduction, not abduction, but abduction, not abduction.
Here.
And they were met by their spirit guide, lifting them up after they were wounded. And you can go towards that light, the light after the darkness. There's no need to worry. There's a potential as well that the parents of this person might have passed, or somebody else that was looking for them. But eternal love, love is love, and it transcends physical death. It's like the message also coming through saying, like, I'm gone, but I'm actually not dead. I simply just disposed of my physical body. I know this person really liked nature, and like the burial space of this, or
Touch.
where the bones are, is fine, because it's
Humiliate.
one with nature. The light after the darkness. Something about Halloween as well. I don't know if around that time you sense things more strongly, or that could be an indication of the day, like October, November-ish kind of feel.
How are you?
All right. There's a chance this happened a long time ago, or they went missing a while ago. But this closure is happening here and now. The message is being shared here and now. And I'm seeing a wishbone.
Shine.
shine.
Computer.
Okay, loves, I'm going to let you go. The Spirit Math. Thank you for joining me for this spiritual sepia inkblot and message. What a journey through so many different hearts and experiences. I'm grateful. I'm be sure to like, share, subscribe if this resonated, and hopefully your grief has found some grounding in the strength that you have and the eternal love that is with you always.
Empty.
Bye.